Trip After Party on the Power Trip Podcast Network.
Yeah, I always do in the morning.
Yeah, check. Hi.
Hey, welcome to the Power Trip After Party. Corey Coates, Chris Hockey, and there's Mark Rosen and Carly Zucker. Where is Chris going? Telling a story?
He just left the building.
A story, and then he left.
That was weird. Right before Chris came in, Lee Valsvik from Cool 108 came in, and she was trying to argue that the two people that were banging in public, that Sauce talked about at the end of the show.
Here he is. Speaking
there he is.
That they were
hockey shit.
potentially having an affair, and that's why you would never have an affair in the middle of the day where people can watch you, especially if you get arrested.
Oh, well, lunchtime.
Yeah.
But if
you
you
can
get
have
arrested,
an affair any time of the day.
true, but
Yes, trust me.
But how dumb would you have to be to do it in public where you could potentially get arrested and then your names get out there and then the affair comes crumbling down? Unless
People
you want
are
to get caught.
idiots.
I think there's probably something else going on.
I think it's
here.
their thing. I think it's the thrill of being caught.
It certainly is. Yeah, they love the.
Have you banged outside?
Today? Not today. No. What are you doing? Why are you putting it in my face like that?
Paul, give us the public spaces or places you've had physical intercourse.
Golf course.
A golf course?
Yeah, I banged on a golf course. Yeah.
On a golf course?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
on
I
a golf course?
On a golf course.
Yeah, on a golf
Seriously?
course and a
Whoa,
golf
What time of day?
What time? Let's start with Paul because let's get the gross story out of the way first.
Gross.
Well, I mean, come on.
Well,
it's you banging on a golf course. I don't want to think about
it was
that.
an attractive lady.
Yeah.
What age and where was this? Like, what time of day?
It was probably 26. 3 in the afternoon.
Like in the woods?
Yeah, I mean it wasn't like.
Was she
hang
golfing
on,
with
you're
you?
Up, but yeah, kind of.
Is she the beer cart girl?
No, what do I look like, a weirdo?
Yes.
Beer cart girls are almost always attractive. They want
What do I
them to
look
be
like, a
attractive.
weirdo?
No, it was just.
Was it your
somebody I
girlfriend at
with.
the time?
Yeah,
And you said, "Hey,
Let's just
I
do
suck
it."
at golf. Let's just go bang it out in the woods."
yeah. My bad golf, I guess, turned her on.
Carly, your turn. Go.
Our evening on the green.
Come on.
Where?
Yikes.
In Las Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yep.
I got to party more.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back of a limo.
Jesus Christ.
Gosh, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
lots
it's
of
always-
I mean, most.
but-
A lot of public places.
Yeah,
How
limo.
about you, Cor?
Guys, buckle your seatbelts.
Oh man.
Have you guys ever done it in the shower?
Wow.
Because, no.
No.
I don't have a golf course story. God, what do I have even close to that?
That's pretty tame for me.
Jesus, keep going.
Metrodome.
Metronome.
We're in
So
the
you-
Metrodome.
You guys
Like
missed out on.
don't say like a bathroom stall.
No,
okay,
no.
for God's sake.
Not trashy.
Like a suite, a Metrodome suite.
Ugh.
God, you're a thrill seeker, Carly.
I am a
Back
thrill
door?
seeker, yeah.
But you guys missed out on drive-in movie theaters. I don't know if you did,
no,
Chris.
I
I've
did
told
not
you.
miss that.
Okay, that
Keep
was.
your option open
Yeah.
if you
I understand.
want things.
Thank you. I know. I duly noted. We're at in the Metro.
I'm not going to give this because if I give details, it's going to give too much away.
Okay, so it was the Twins locker room.
Oh my God! No!
The dugout?
No!
We're assuming
Metrodome.
it's baseball related.
Interesting.
Let's move on to somebody else.
Okay.
Yikes.
Well,
Rosie,
I just
a
said the
limo.
back of a limo, and it was
Yep.
pretty hot. Although I always felt like the driver was, even though the window was up, but thinking,
Participating?
no,
it's
watching, thinking,
Self-pleasuring?
no, the car did move a little bit quirky. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was,
You Hogs?
drive-in movie theater and a back of a limo.
Hell yeah.
The Hogs?
I think my favorite story of that nature is the middle of a country road in the rain. Right in the middle of the road. That was very,
Very
very
erotic.
Beautiful.
It was very sexy.
Yeah.
Very, very sexy.
Were you out? Oh, you were in the car, or did you get out in
No,
the rain?
it's literally in the middle of the
I
road.
can hear that Enrique Iglesias song playing with "I Can Be a Hero."
Yeah, that's right.
baby.
Yeah, right. Just the first verse and a little
I
bit of the
can
chorus.
kiss
and that was it.
away
But
the
yeah.
pain. Such a yeah.
Point.
Thank yeah. No, sex is fun. Used to be. I remember that.
Yeah. Then you have kids.
Yeah, then it's
Yeah, let me be your zero.
Such a great song.
My Corey playlist.
Is it?
Ah.
Oh, I thought thought his phone was ringing. Tell me we're not headed for something horrible here. Tell me that this guy doesn't. They should just arrest this guy now and get it over.
What are you talking about?
Listen, a man has been barred from contacting Hennepin County judges after officials say he sent them numerous sexually explicit messages. In an April 18th letter, Chief Judge Ivy Bernhardson wrote that
Nailed it.
Thank you. Wrote that the man sent messages to more than a dozen judges and referees, 8 of whom were women. There was no mention of criminal charges being filed. The Star Tribune generally does not name suspects who have not been charged. Bernhardson said that the man's messages contained, quote, vulgar language and other offensive content of a sexual nature or sexual innuendo. That was inappropriate, quote, for communication with the court. The communications included comments on the physical appearance of female judges and referees. Court records show that...
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
What the hell? What are we talking? What referees?
I think that's like somebody who... and do you know?
I
think it's like somebody who's not a judge, but they like...
officiating
it's
courtroom proceedings.
Yeah, or like a...
mediator?
Yeah, mediator.
Do they wear the uniform?
Yeah, they
the
have blow
stripes.
whistles. Ed
They wear the,
Hockelager
and they
is
have
there.
the whistle?
Yeah.
Court records show that the man has 3 pending cases for allegedly violating protective orders. Okay, so we know this guy's trouble.
Right.
It's going to get worse. Listen to this. Bernhardson ordered him to cease all contact with the named jurists and to limit his communications on court-related matters to letters for formal motions, never email. A previous order required him to give notice before visiting any court facility. Always read the last paragraph. Here we go. In an unrelated court filing, the man wrote that others referred to him as, quote, the mysterious ancient one, and asked that a judge rescind an order against him, quote, so I can freely hit on some of these pretty women I do see at the court.
Oh, boy.
Just arrest this guy.
Yeah.
This is not going to end
Is this
good.
in Minneapolis?
Jesus,
Yes.
Carmody.
How
I
pretty
know
are
a
these
few
ladies?
judges.
Yeah, he's just looking for a little love.
He wants to
looking for a
find some
date.
chick to bang on a golf course.
The mysterious
Yeah.
ancient one you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the mysterious ancient one.
Yeah,
Is that
just
like
arrest this
Splinter
guy.
from the Ninja Turtles?
I don't
Or
know.
Morla, the ancient one from
I
Neverending
missed
Story.
that story.
Yeah. That's not going to end well.
Disturbing. I know one of those judges. I have to call her and ask her if she's been subjected to this creep.
Yeah.
When are guys going to stop judging the appearances of females?
I don't know.
And
I've
just,
never done
I
that.
mean, judges,
Yeah, you guys have never done that.
I
I
mean,
never
just
do that.
robes, ring
You've never felt
robes.
judged in here, have you?
No, I've not actually.
Not in here.
You guys treat me very well.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. We try.
Thank you very much.
It's very, and I mean that. I mean that. Treated
we
very
do.
well.
that sounds right.
Wow, that's creepy.
Here's another story that I didn't get to today on the Power Trip Morning Show. You guys okay if I go with this?
Yeah.
A Topeka, Kansas man, a zookeeper, as a matter of fact, who was attacked by a Sumatran tiger on Saturday, is recovering in the hospital, and the endangered animal will not be killed. I could read you more of the story, but I'll just go a little farther down here. Sanjeev, a 7-year-old Sumatran tiger, attacked the zookeeper Saturday in its outdoor habitat. A zookeeper enters the habitat to, quote, clean, maintain, and put out enrichment items daily. But the tiger is supposed to be locked inside at the time. The zookeeper suffered soft tissue injuries to the back of her head, her neck, back, and arm, with arteries and bones largely spared. She was still conscious and talking when she left the zoo for the hospital. The tiger was back indoors within 10 minutes. But here's the best part. The zookeeper, head of the zoo guy, I don't know what you would call that guy,
Zookeeper.
stressed that Sanjeev, the tiger, will not be killed. Yesterday, with a human in his face, he did what a tiger would do.
Tiger went tiger.
Yeah,
That's what Chris
yeah,
Rock
right.
said.
The
They're
correct
animals.
answer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the tiger went tiger.
And man, if you've watched, and I know Chris, you've watched a lot of it, and I don't know if you've seen all of it yet, but
I haven't yet.
Our Planet on Netflix, when they do the part on tigers, when you watch tigers stalk prey like in really tall grass, it's terrifying.
It is.
Because those things are just locked on, and they're hidden.
They're
Their prey's
magnificent.
hidden too, but man, are those guys and gals unbelievable hunters. They're
Yeah, just-
insanely fast. So
Nothing-
dangerous.
That bothers me at so many levels. Those pictures, they had this, was it the lions went after these, in a circus, went after the lion tamers, but then they showed the lion tamers poking him and doing all this. They finally went, okay, you know what? We've had it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you feel. I'm going to chomp down on your leg.
Chomp that leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chomp that bitch.
Oh, get that bitch!
Get that bitch!
But we didn't think anything. As kids, we went to the Shrine Circus all the time and saw that. And we thought, no big deal.
that's the whole question about zoos right now. Everybody is like, are you pro zoo? Do you feel bad for the animals?
Yeah.
Sophia wants to have her birthday party at a zoo. What kind of a person am I if I do it?
It's a good question.
Isn't the circus disbanding?
Pretty much.
Like, aren't they like
they are. They don't
their
have
circus isn't around with all the animals and all that? Sorry.
Yeah, they're pretty much done.
No, yeah, you're right. Why are you sorry?
Thank
I
God.
pulled the mic from your face.
No,
That's okay.
no.
Baby. Now put it back in my face.
Oh, yeah.
Now put it in yours. Now put it back in mine.
It's like that video
No,
you
faster.
watched.
Go faster, slower,
So
it down.
somebody who
Slow it
works
down.
for a sports team that will go unnamed text or call me last night to tell me that they thought my line yesterday when I was talking about how you didn't know the stepmom was going to be home, but she just happened to be behind the counter. Thought that was super funny. Do you think you have a guess of who that was?
Oh, sure, I know. Sure, I do. Yeah. Of course, I do.
I missed that.
Stepmom porn?
Stepmom porn.
Yeah,
Sauce is
I
big
missed
into
that.
stepmom
I missed
porn.
that. Yeah.
What do
Really
you mean?
into
Why are you
that.
pointing at me like I'm the only guy?
We both are.
Everybody is.
Nothing wrong with that.
Jesus, Rosie.
Rosie.
Porn's porn. I like it. Makes me happy.
Whale
Sure.
porn.
Will.
Something for
Colorado, huh?
something for everybody.
I'd watch it.
I got to
It's
remind you
nature.
guys again to watch that show Happy.
Yeah, it sounds-
Again, I didn't have enough time to really get into it, and there's no way I'm going to get it to do it justice, but it's free. It's on Netflix. As Patton Oswalt, even though he's a cartoon character. But the dude from Law & Order SUV is like Beetlejuice on acid. Just like the opening scene of the first episode, he blows his brains out, and as his brains are flying all over the room, he's dancing with women who just show up and start dancing with. I know it's hard to explain. It's
It really
like,
does sound like you need to be high to.
Yeah, it's really great though. It's
We
really
started
fun.
watching Boss Baby, which is a TV show.
Very similar.
Yeah, on last night.
Corey's-
Yeah.
Corey,
There's
go ahead.
Well,
episodes.
the movie's awful.
Oh well, the TV show
It's better?
I laughed out loud.
Really?
Yeah, I thought
got-
it was pretty funny.
I got lucky because my gals really liked the movie when it came out, and I hated it. But they didn't watch it that much when we bought it, which I was very thrilled about. But when the new when the Netflix show came out, I don't think Harper's clicked on it once.
we
She doesn't
started
care to
it
watch
last night.
And it's all right.
Pretty good.
Better than the movie?
I never saw it. I haven't
Okay.
seen the movie.
You're not missing much.
Yeah, so that's my two. Check it out if you have
Boss
some
Baby, Netflix. Check it out.
I love
yeah.
Patton Oswalt in Veep. He has a small character role
I haven't
there, but
seen
he
the new
is
season.
I've
just.
never seen Veep.
That's so
Everybody
good.
raves.
I love that show.
I want
Julie,
to start watching Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
I've
God,
heard it.
I
so
am-
Genius.
You've seen? Okay,
It's
okay,
genius.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't stop laughing at Catherine
I need
O'Hara
something
and Gene
funny.
Levy.
I
you wanna
don't have
watch Schitt's
anything
Creek.
funny right now.
No, it is fucking
Thrones is
hilarious.
hilarious. The thing
Yeah,
about that
yeah.
dude sucking that giant's teat to
That
get
was-
milked.
Really?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What a perfect character for that storyline, too. That makes sense to me.
Jason and I need something to watch together though because he won't watch Thrones.
That's
It's-
Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek is absolutely brilliant. Your husband doesn't like Game of Thrones? Yes.
You guys can
We'll
talk
have
about
something
it
to talk
tomorrow on the
about
golf.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
But he
Yeah.
likes Suits.
he likes Suits.
I
Yeah.
watched that show.
Right.
What's your Thrones theory with 4 episodes left?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no clue what's going to happen.
But this is the big one coming up, the big battle scene.
Yep.
This is it, man.
Battle Royale.
I think I
guys
might
are
have
all
a better
excited.
idea. No, but when you start, we were talking off air about it, and I hadn't thought about a few of the things that you mentioned. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who's going to end up on the Iron Throne?
Well, I think we're going to end up finding out that there's a reason that the Night King can ride a dragon.
Can he ride a dragon?
Yeah,
Oh,
he rode a dead dragon.
yeah, but
Only-
it's a dead dragon.
Only Targaryens can ride a dragon.
That's what I'm wondering. Why didn't Dany understand that when
When Jon
Jon
Snow
got on the
Exactly.
dragon?
Right.
Because I do remember that. Why is she
Right.
so anti him being a Targaryen?
Yeah.
If
Well, because number one, but also number two, that means he has the more direct line to the Iron Throne, and she does not want that.
no, I know, but she must know he is if he can ride a
for
dragon.
sure.
Yeah.
She's lying to herself, for sure. No doubt.
I don't know. I've just never thought about having sex with one of my aunts. You know?
I have.
Not actively.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
Most of your ants are hot.
Like, I wonder, though, like, now that he knows, does he still do it? Because it's one thing to be like, whoa. Like, hey, sorry, Carrie Russell, didn't know you were my aunt.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, I'll overlook
But
that.
I can't really regret that.
No.
But now it's like, oh, damn it, Carrie Russell's my aunt.
Yeah.
I still would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you look
I
at
think
it this
John's
way,
going to do it.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, you look at it and go, yeah, sure, I'm banging my aunt, but that's not my sister.
Right.
At least it's not my sister.
Right, you're not gross.
I'm not as bad
No.
as those.
I'm not- yeah,
It's
that's
your
not-
family,
Lannister's way worse.
You know, you can't justify that. But in those royalty did that all the time. So I mean, it wouldn't be weird for them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all they know.
Right.
Yeah, that's all they.
They
those
tried
are the
to
people
keep those
they see.
bloodlines pure.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
The weird spot Thrones is in for
That's
episode
what
3
Sauce does.
is
Damn right.
this is a minor spoiler, but I won't give the names. The end of this second to last episode of this season of Walking Dead, there were characters that were gone in a blink of an eye that had been season long characters, like multiple seasons, bigger characters.
What are their names, Hawk?
Doesn't matter. But they were gone in like the blink of an eye, right? They didn't get like this big dramatic like last breath moment. It's just they're dead. And it's like, wow, that's kind of an anticlimactic ending to that character arc, right? You're like, wow, that's a weird way to end that person's run on the show. In a battle like this, if we lose 10, 15 major characters on Sunday, they don't each get this gigantic moment, right? Some of them might just get stabbed, and we got to move on to the next scene because this is, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they're all in individual sword fights like the Man in Black and Inigo Montoya, and they're going to battle and somebody wins. You might see 3 of them just get obliterated by dragon fire, and it's over.
How many episodes after this? 3?
There's 3 after this. Right. So my guess is we get some really abrupt anticlimactic deaths
But
because they
that's
can't.
what the last 2 episodes were for
Right.
me. Is
the
our
goodbye, like Chris
opportunity
said?
yeah.
Right. And maybe that's why they did it, because some of them have to be quick.
Yeah.
Right? It can't be this big production for each one of them. But what if, what if Sansa goes down in the blink of an eye and you don't get this, there's no build-up, right? Because some of them are going to be like that, and I have a feeling Sansa's one of them. I don't know why. I think she's going to be one of the first ones to go.
Brienne will be the first dead.
Because she's out in the field?
Yeah, 'cause she's on
Yeah.
the front line.
And they knighted her,
Bye,
so I
Rosie.
feel like she got her
I'm
moment.
at Sauce's apartment building right now. I'm getting
Oh, good.
ready to
Oh,
look
good.
at
Is,
that.
is it close to 1?
No, I got to
I
get a good
swear to
seat.
God, if I get there and my fucking dog's gone, I'm going to rain hell.
On who?
Just someone.
Oh.
Muppet will
Pick the
never
right
know.
person.
Yeah, pick the person who did it.
I think it was Muppet.
Why is Muppet going to be
Who's the
gone?
best?
Back to your point, though, this is Thrones spoilers. Yeah, the knighting thing was kind of the end of her story,
Yeah,
right? So if she
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
survive, it's like, all right, cool, she still made it. She
Who's
got
that?
there.
Sansa?
No.
Who?
Brienne.
Oh, yeah. The reason I think for it. The night.
That she got knighted, yeah.
she got
Bye,
knighted.
Rose.
There was that. There
Bye,
was
Rose.
that. Bye, Rosie.
Bye.
There was that big emotional moment for
Yeah.
her
Right.
because if they end her,
Yeah, she's dead, and one-handed guy's dead.
I don't know.
Jamie.
Jamie will die in the first episode. I guarantee he'll die in the 3rd episode here. I bet. Right away.
I still think the dramatic thing with him, though, is if he has to face Cersei at some
I think
point,
they're going to come face to face. I do.
and a decision he has to make about whether or not he has to do something drastic with his sister. So I think he lives through this battle, which is a guess, obviously, but I think the drama is with him and Cersei, not with him in the Night King.
And I want to know this her being pregnant play.
Yeah.
You know,
If-
where's that weird?
if
is
she
that
really
lead?
is.
Where is it going? And and why is that happening right now?
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason for it.
I wonder if do you guys think there's any chance that Tyrion made a deal with his sister?
No.
No.
That's one of the hot rummers that they think he made a deal with her before he left.
But Thrones doesn't let us down, and I just feel like something amazing is going to happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't think, and again, maybe they're steering us down the wrong road, but I don't think there's any doubt they've decided Daenerys is going to be the bad guy.
Yeah, and she's got to
she's
die.
turning into the bad
right,
guy.
yeah. She's going to
She's
be
going down for sure.
What did they call her dad? The crazy king or whatever?
The Mad King.
The Mad King. She'll be the Mad Queen.
Because you go from, you're starting to turn with her. I feel like you're starting
Yeah.
to not
Yeah.
not like her.
Yeah,
And she bangs her nephew.
which is cool.
I mean, hey, they're
I mean-
consenting adults.
Yeah, that's right.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool in Game of Thrones.
Which, that took place when?
You know, back in those times.
Back in those.
Yeah,
Back
the,
in those
the
times.
zealous era, I believe you called it
Yeah.
on the morning show
Back
this
in
morning.
those
Zealous.
times.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was overzealous. It's like BC.
When
and
dragons
AD.
were alive, obviously.
Yeah. By the way, I was watching this Planet Earth thing last night, and they had what are those things in the sea that are dragons? Little
Seahorses.
Seahorses. But I think these might have been called sea dragons. I don't know. Anyway, they're the ones that, no, it might have been seahorses. The ones that carry the babies, the male carries the babies.
Yeah. That's a
God damn crazy, man. They carry these things all the way out to where these little tiny shrimp are. And then the tiny little damn things hatch and start eating shrimp, and the guys go back to their lives banging other people.
Seahorses
Nature.
are fascinating.
Yeah. And then there was this other pufferfish thing.
Yeah.
That there was this giant pufferfish, and he was protecting his mate. She was down like in the crack, and she gets a white stripe on her left hand side or whatever side that the male's on, saying, I'm done banging you. And but he wouldn't leave her alone. So this other male pufferfish came over, pretended he was a female pufferfish, went to the female pufferfish, and then, laughed as it swam away.
Why haven't I tried that?
There was a clownfish that was with its family.
Yeah.
And then all the family got killed. Mm-hmm. And it was just the clownfish.
Oh, no,
yeah,
really?
Alone.
And he didn't have anybody left?
Mm-mm. And then the clownfish had traveled a long distance to see if it could find its family. I mean, it was
That's
sad.
not quite accurate.
Yep, that was it.
It's a sad episode.
Yeah, it was really a sad episode of this.
No, I believe there was
Show.
one baby left and had a bad flipper.
No way.
Yeah, I think it was
The bad flipper?
The bad flipper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a bad flipper in the 80s?
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Did you like trying to be new sauce today? Was that hard for you?
Oh. Yeah, kind of, a little. No, not really.
What was the answer there?
I don't know.
Yeah, was it hard?
No,
was
not
it
really. A little.
No, it wasn't, no.
because you weren't being? Did you feel like you were being yourself?
No.
Okay.
I don't like not being myself.
Yeah. So it's got to be hard.
Are we gonna play video games today?
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
We're gonna play video games, and then I got to be in Woodbury to get shots in both my knees today.
For what?
Whoa.
Your
Because I can't
hemorrhoids?
stand it much longer. They hurt all the time, and I'm a big puss. So I'm gonna get shots.
Is
in
it
both
from? Is it from all the running you've done? Is that why you have the knee problems? Or
knees. It exacerbated it.
okay.
You did what?
Yeah, right. I masturbated.
You
my knees.
masturbated your
Both my
knees off?
Yeah.
Look, I feel bad for you, and that sounds like it sucks, but I'm going to one-up you. You want to hear what I have to do at 11:20 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Remember when I pissed blood?
Oh yeah, it's the best day ever.
Yes, we laughed.
So-
God,
everyone
we laughed and
We had a
laughed.
So I've
party.
learned over the course of the last month and a half that the spectrum of possibilities with pee in your blood, or other way around, blood in your pee, strike that, reverse it, goes from very minor to some pretty serious shit, obviously. And based on how I've been in the last month and a half and all my numbers and some of these other charts, they're assuming that it's on the lower scale and it's probably nothing to worry about. In fact, he actually said he gave me the line, "I'm a doctor, so I don't like guessing." But of course, then he guessed. He put that with the guess. And he said his guess is that I passed kidney stones that were unbelievably small, that I didn't even feel them, but they
Sure.
still may have like sliced up the track on the way
God
out.
damn it.
But I never felt it. There was no pain. But he's like, that's possible. He's like, that's my guess.
Yeah.
But he's like, we don't fuck around with blood, so we're gonna go through so I have to get a CT scan, and tomorrow I have to get a scope, a camera, up.
Oh goddamn, dude!
Are you
I
getting
told
a
you.
colonoscopy?
The
no,
other
no,
up.
his
In
wiener.
your penis hole?
I told you I've done it. You remember
you've
my
done it?
story? I haven't. You don't remember my story?
I don't know if I remember this story.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. This is what happened. to
Oh
me.
my gosh.
Because I'm not super happy. I'm
Dude,
not looking forward to this.
I'm gonna make it even worse because they thought I had kidney stones. So I went in, and the doctor says, "Okay, we're gonna check you." And so the lady comes in and she preps me, which is worse because she's a pretty blonde-haired girl.
I do remember this part of the
Yeah,
story. I don't
right.
remember the
Yeah, I
end of it
remember
though.
this, yeah.
Okay, and so they're going to take the scope and stick it in your urethra, right?
Yeah.
And just the thought of that makes me shrink.
That's how I
right?
feel right now too.
Exactly. So she has to take, and I swear to God in my life, she has to take a goddamn a clothesline clip, like a wood clothesline clip, you know what I'm talking about? To get it to stand up, because I'm so
Scared.
embarrassed
You're scared.
and scared about what's going to happen that I am so limp, right? So she gets it so it's standing up, and it literally is like this. I mean, it's just the end of my fingernail. It's so small. And then the doctor comes in, and he greases the urethra top, and he takes that goddamn, it's a long black microscope, and he starts putting it in. And he says, "You're going to have to feel like you have to pee really bad. Don't pee.
Well, I mean, but how do you fight it?
Right,
Because they
that's the
warned
thing.
me the same thing. They said, and you can back this up. They told me that not only do you feel an immense sensation of urination during it,
Yeah.
but they basically like you're probably not going to want to do much the rest of the day because you're going to have to feel like you're going to pee the rest of the day.
The rest of the day. you're
Really?
gonna- right.
Damn it.
So now he keeps going and keep going and going and going. It's like
Does it hurt or is it just awkward?
it's very awkward. It's uncomfortable, I think is the right way to say it.
Is it like pressure or what is it?
Yeah,
Oh
pressure.
my God.
Yeah, but there's something in the head of in the hole,
Your sure.
in your wiener, right? So, but
So
here's the thing.
use a camera, right? There's
yeah.
no other like anesthesia. There's no other numbing.
Nothing like that. No.
Fuck.
So look I'm
They
sitting
don't
like
numb
this.
your dickhead?
Damn it.
No. Carly, I'm sitting like this,
Fuck
right?
that.
And he's between my legs.
Oh, yeah.
And he's looking into the scope like this, right?
Land ho!
Right, and he keeps pushing it in. On my life, on my freaking life, he says this. He goes, "I don't see anything. Yeah, looks like it's okay. Do you want to take a look?" And I literally said,
Get it the fuck out of there.
I did. I said, "Just get it out of there." And so he goes, "Okay, don't pee on me. Don't. You're gonna feel like you have to. Hold it in." I was like fucking Bellagio fountains. You can't stop it.
Oh, you did pee?
I did. You can't stop it. You can't stop it.
Fuck.
Why does anybody go
They
to medical
pull it out
school?
like this. You know, it's like a goddamn clown.
Yeah, like a
right?
clown, yeah.
Right, like a magician. And yeah, I peed. And then the rest of the day, I felt like I had to piss the entire day. I mean, like a feeling of having to urinate the entire day.
So there's no threat though of me missing work Thursday, right? I'll be ready to go outside of maybe pissing my pants.
Or embarrassment. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine.
You guys would not handle being a woman very well.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I wouldn't.
Thank God I don't have to be one.
Yeah, and I'd be home diddling myself all the time.
You'd have no fingerprints left on your hand.
I'd have the largest collection of dildos in America.
Your top part would be rubbed off.
That does not sound fun. Have fun.
Yeah, I can't
tomorrow.
wait.
When is that, tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
a birthday
much-
We
present
should
for
go,
you.
Hawk.
Oh.
We should go.
You guys should video it for Power
Damn,
Trip.
dude. I hope for your sake.
KFAN.com.
I hope for your sake that you're more well endowed than I am.
Hey,
It's
can
the
I-
most embarrassed
His
I've ever been
penis
in
saved
my
your
life.
life.
It
Yeah.
did save you once. Can I? Do you know that story, by the way? True story.
Yes.
Can I tell you though a medical industry complaint that I have?
Sure.
So again, I peed blood a month and a
Things
half
in your
ago, give or
dickhead?
take now, right?
Yeah, right.
So I had to schedule an appointment with the urologist. I book it like I had to wait like 17 days to get in. I'm like, all right, that kind of sucks, especially if it's something serious. It's like,
Yeah, right.
Let's get going. So I waited like 16, 17 days, and then when I go in there, my name gets called. I walk in. First thing they wanted to do is urine test. I'm like, duh, that makes sense. So, 'cause follow up from the one 17 days before. I walk into they walked me into the doctor's office. The doctor is 5 seconds behind me. So he's right on, which is great, right on time, ready to go. So he hasn't analyzed the urine sample. No one's even probably taken it out of the little box
still
in the
warm.
room. It's still warm. It's still sitting in there. No one's touched it yet. The guy sits me down and he goes, all right, here's the deal. We don't mess around with blood in the urine, so you got 3 steps. You got to have a urine test for cancer cells. That's what that was. You got to get a CT scan, and you got to get this scope that he was telling me about. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he goes, all right, thanks for coming in. I'll set up that stuff at the front desk and have a great day. I'm like, why couldn't you have 17 days ago said, this is standard protocol. Here's the 3 things you're going to have to do. Why couldn't the scope be today?
Yeah.
Why couldn't we have the CT scan today? Basically, I got charged probably a full doctor's
my God,
visit
yeah.
to get a piss test.
Yeah.
And then now I've had to wait. That was 2 weeks ago. So now I've had to wait 2 weeks to get this scope. It's like, I don't think like my clock is ticking, but it's like, why are we doing this? Why couldn't we have done this weeks ago? It drives me
Don't
nuts.
go to Canada.
Man, it drives me nuts.
You have to wait a year.
Is that right?
Oh,
A
we
year?
had a friend whose father, because there's a lot of Canadians on the team, their father needed a hip replacement, and they said 2020. We can get you on the calendar for 2020.
Wow.
Because I mean, it's obviously a great system. They get
Sure, free.
care,
Yeah, right.
but you are not. You are just on a calendar.
get
It's on a
Yeah,
priority.
yeah. And so,
Wow.
That sucks.
Like I would have. I mean, honestly, like if that moment he was been like, by the way, we're doing a scope and it starts now, I'd be like, wait a minute, what are we doing? Like
Yeah.
I'm sure the shock would have pissed me off, But in a lot of ways, it made me more mad that
my
I had
God.
to now I got to think about it for
Well,
2
yeah,
weeks.
you
Just
gotta
get it
think
over.
about
Just
it,
get it
yeah.
over with. Just
Yeah.
do it.
Check this out.
Don't let me think about it.
I'm going to murder this story, but Kim saw it on the news the other day and told me, so I'm getting it third hand. But it was a story that I guess is really becoming prevalent. This couple had the father had surgery, a minor surgery, but a surgery nonetheless. And he goes in, and the doctor, the hospital, everything is covered under their insurance. Is in their system, but they get a bill like a month and a half later for like $6,000, and they're like, "What the hell?" It turns out everybody except for the anesthesiologist was under their coverage, and they had no way of knowing that. Mm-hmm. They don't get to choose who their anesthesiologist is. But that anesthesiologist wasn't covered by their insurance, so they had to cover that out of pocket.
Jesus.
And they had no way of choosing or knowing at the time that was the case.
Hideous.
How about that?
That's hideous.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
There's just so many loopholes.
Yeah.
I'm sure it drives the medical industry nuts
Oh my
too, but
God.
it drives the customers and clients insane. I also was told that day, I'm like, so what do I do with the CT scan? They're like, oh, they'll call you to schedule it. I'm like, great.
Right.
They haven't called me.
Of course.
So I don't even know where I'm scheduled to, or who got the referral. I have no idea. So tomorrow, right after the camera gets pulled back out,
And you pee everywhere.
I'm going to say, and I
wait
pee
to
on the
hear-
guy's face. I go, where is the CT scan now? Can we just get this over with? Because those are easy, obviously, but would have been nice if I could have done those in the last
Right.
couple of weeks and just gotten it over with. So
You know that feeling when you're at the top of the roller coaster and you put your feet out to stop you, like as you're going
Sure.
over the edge? That's what it was like. I was trying to stop the pee from coming out by hitting the brake, and I was like, "Ugh," but you couldn't do it. Just peed all over. Yeah, it was great. It's good for all of us.
let me ask you a question just so I can mentally prepare for this shit. I assume the first moment or two is awkward as hell when it goes in, right?
Yeah.
Does it get worse as it goes further in, or is
No.
it just that first wave
Yeah, no, you don't feel anything once it's inside
after the first wave?
except for what is going on at the tip of your wiener. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm so lightheaded right now.
yeah,
I'm going to black out.
There's not going to be a moment during it where you don't realize there's a microscope in your penis.
Yeah.
Or whatever you call it, telescope. I
But there
guess.
will be a dude staring at your penis.
Yeah, he's going to be looking deep into your dick.
Still feeling lightheaded?
Yeah, because all the blood's rushing.
Well played.
Oh, man.
What's worse, a guy who has the smallest shrinkage of all time, or a guy who has a massive erection?
And blacks out. He's so horny.
a problem?
Oh, you're here again, Mr. Cove.
Sorry, medical equipment makes me hard.
Yikes.
Oh, good
there's
luck,
there's
my
day.
friend.
That'll be
Oh,
fun.
Jesus loves us.
Good
I can't
luck.
wait. All right, let's
That
go play
sounds
video
awfully,
games.
yeah.
Eat balls.
Eat
Thanks,
balls. Love
Carly.
you, Carly.
Yeah, love you guys.